I'm out of touch with the groove in today's society. I'm clear and all that. But let me paint who I am.
When I was a casual, I thought as a casual, I spoke like a casual, and I looked at boxing like a casual. But when I became a hardcore, I put away all those casual things. This is Michael Rogers, and welcome to Bodywork Boxing.
Welcome back. It's Michael Rogers. Welcome to Bodywork Boxing. Hate him, but don't praise him. That's an unwritten YTBC code. You heard it here first. It's time to feed the clones. And I want to give a shout out to everything boxing and sports. I really gotta take my hat off to them. Like a lot of the channels I'll be watching, a lot of times I found myself like around 80-20. I agree with 80% of the things that they say, and then 20% of the things that, I don't really care for. And it's like that with them all. But whenever you speak on the 20% of the things that you don't like, they tend to look at you like a troll. They silence you, mute you. You know what I'm saying? Name call. Just do whatever. It's like speaking up against the pastor at some of these churches. It's like you can't say anything wrong. You can't question anything, And that's what they do. But over the past couple months, I've been watching ETB. And it started off like 80-20, but it's more like 95-5. And one thing that I had to salute him for is because, unlike a lot of other channels, if he gonna put you out there because he got factual evidence of you doing something that wasn't good for the sport, wasn't good for your image or your career, he gonna put it out there. But also, he turns around and he will put out the praise part or the uplifting part. So it's one of the most balanced shows I see. Again, we don't agree on everything sometimes, but that happens. It's healthy dialogue. He's also one of them people that can come on and say, if he ever come out and say something and it's not right, he comes out and say I was wrong. A lot of people aren't like that, right? So I just wanted to give a shout out because yesterday I was talking to somebody and they were saying, oh, you got content? I was like, yeah, man, I'm behind. I got like 4 or 5 videos. I just got to make the thumbnails up and then do my thing, But I've been trying to wait for some things to come out and everything and get those together. But I was saying that I had content, and one of the contents was I came across when I looked up that article to see what was going on with Demetrius Andrade. I actually went down to the next article, and the very next article was Jermall Charlo and those charges that he was accused of being dropped, right? Not gonna really spend a lot of time. Everybody who follows, things that are being, that get put out there in the atmosphere about some of these boxers, you already know the issue that he had with his card and the waitress and all this stuff and her playing around. You can go back. If you want to go back, go look at your favorite content creator and go look at the videos that they had that was going on at that time, and you'll see it all. But this article actually came out, and they talked about how those charges were dropped as he looked forward to his next fight. And supposedly Charlo was on the radar, but his name has been getting tarnished. I had actually came up with a term for it, and it was called hate o'clock. It's hate o'clock. Cause with certain boxers, like here recently it was Gary Russell. It's pretty much always Tank. Spence get a lot of hate, but the Charlos, people try to separate them. People don't really realize what they're witnessing as it happens. They always take the hindsight approach, almost kind of like how people don't really appreciate what Floyd Mayweather did probably during the time. You know, it's probably just a whole lot of overzealous, you know, people attaching. But you go back in time and you look at what he was able to do inside that boxing ring, and a lot of people become believers after the fact. But in the current time, having two twins, and I like to keep the focus on the boxer that I'm talking about at hand. But let's talk about Jermall Charlo. Got a lot of hate. You know, gets a lot of hate. Was posed as a thug. I remember talking about the time when him and his brother got the key to the city down there in Houston where they rock. You know, he gets, this article comes out. One of the dilemmas that I heard about was, you know, always trusting what they call old media and going with the stories and all that. But I'm like, well, what article writers do we actually have to refer to? Who's actually writing articles? But they'll use the article to justify some deviance or some ill will or whatever. They'll use those articles for that, but then when you use them for factual information and put out information, you're a troll. I got a video about trolls coming up too. But much like ETB, he came out and did a video. That was the video I was going to do when I was asking. Right as I was doing it, I looked up and I saw the video and I had to sit there and watch it. It was like 10 minutes long. And I said, man, that brother right there, man, he's balanced. And that's what we need to do. I was waiting. I was sitting around waiting to see if it was going to be an article. To see if it was going to be an article about it. To see if it was going to be some videos about it. To see if there was going to be anything saying, you know, because if you monetize and you use it to promote your channel and you get money for it when you want to, you know, take up on somebody, then why not do the same thing and come out and be like, you know what, I was wrong about that. You know what I'm saying? In the court of law, that didn't withhold, so what I was standing on at the time wasn't law. I think that's something that real men do. You know. But I just, like I said, I always like to put fresh water in there, man. I want to say salute to Jermall Charlo. Big things coming. You know, just keep your head up, man. Keep your relationship with your brother. Keep your relationship with your camp. You know, I know it's probably hard to kind of like look at some of the videos because there's nothing ever really positive. Nothing really positive, you know, coming out, you know. And I my hat goes out to all the boxers, you know, but this is my way of just, you know what I'm saying, time stamping it, doing some responsible journalism and keeping it, letting it be known that we can be seen in a positive light. Sometimes we go through some stuff and everybody don't have all the answers to the questions that they have, and only time can reveal what really happened and what's really going on, you know. So that's what this video was about. Very short, very sweet. You know, the charges was dropped, you know. So we don't always, you know, cause trouble and speak crazy, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes good things happen, and you know what I'm saying, sometimes bad things happen to good people. You know, we just gotta be good boxing fans, man. Good content creators. You know, it's a yin and a yang. You know, there's a lot of people that just focus on the yin and not the yang. You know what I'm talking about? But again, man, feed the clones. All subscribers matter. Like, comment, subscribe, support the channel. Remember, I always say a like is like a super chat. A share, you don't know what it'll do for the channel. Body work.
All right, I believe you. But my tummy don't. Get down on your knees and tell me you love me.
My word, and I do what I do. He knows what I'm about to tell him right now. It's Mr. Keep running your mouth. That's what I do.
I just feel like I'm the champ, and at the end of the day, I'm just a fighting motherfucker. It doesn't matter. Inside, outside, I can just fight. So I just feel like if it get down to the wire, and we gotta lock it up, I'm out on top.
Hey, look, as you can see how I'm looking, I stay solid. I'm always solid. I stay fuck solid, man. You know what I'm saying? saying, to the fans and all
You
that.
guys jump outside the ring in the fighter, like I said before, ain't no safety on the clock, so